do love the way that the frost lays across the grass, almost like a fine layer of snow. It just makes the place look so clean, so pretty. That sort of kind of chocolate box appearance, you know what I mean? If you had chocolates back in the 70s, 80s, it wasn't so much the brand name, more a picture depicting a winter scene. And that's certainly what we got up here, because we are fast approaching, well, the end of the week in fact will be December the 1st. Good morning guys, and welcome to today's vlog. Today brings us back up to our favourite place to sort of go around and have some fun here in the UK, which is ZSL Whipsnade Zoo. Rachel is with me in spirit. Well, she's actually here on site, but she's decided to stay in the Starbucks, which is at the front entrance, because it is bitterly cold. Winter has taken a grip. It's been sort of mild, dull, a bit rainy here and there, but then all of a sudden it's like someone's flicked that switch and the temperature's dropped. It's biting cold right through to the core. But I'm out here to have a look, see what the animals are doing. Unfortunately, with it being like this, the bears especially are likely to be in like a semi-hibernative state. So whether they'll come out or not, I'm not 100% sure. But let's go and see what we can find. Let's go and do this, guys. There's your Wolverine over there, a tough, hardy character. Big, sharp, gnarly teeth. Looks gentle, playful, otherwise known as a honey badger, but can bring down full-size moose. One of them's called Puff, and the other one I think is called, is it Tiffy or Fitty? A male and a female. They've got a lovely paddock here. As you can see, the temperature 39 degrees Fahrenheit or freezing at Celsius. I'm intrigued, so there must be food or something that they're waiting on.
Oh, Willow, look what I found.
Well, hello there. We turned around and said last time we'd be coming around to your time of year, and it certainly is now. Halloween is gone, history behind us, and now we head on into Christmas. So it's time of reindeers, otherwise known by some people as caribou. And the significance of reindeers, obviously Rudolph, etc., Dancer, Prancer, Dasher, and then of course Frozen with Sven. They really are quite a cute, warming character this time of year. Contrary to belief, it's actually the females that have the antlers. So those that pull Santa's sleigh are all girls. They live off basically their food is, they're fond of what's called lichen. It's like a moss that grows. If you've ever gone through the woods and seen that one side of the tree is dark and mossy, they absolutely love that. Oh great, on camera, let's have a wee. But yeah, obviously they love their carrots and other vegetation, but it's lichen that they really love. This time of year, the cabins that you can stay in over the spring and summer months and have like a twilight jaunt around the zoo are converted into like a little winter village. I believe kiddies can come up and meet Santa in there. I can see a load of pesky little elves in there, but it just adds something to it. Loads of little Christmas huts that people can visit, do activities. Who knew Santa had stripes? The top end of the little village there. It appears our white rhino herd although they're called white, they're actually grey, have actually come down to their watering hole. They have a huge site to play on. Oh, getting a bit of charging activity going on. Well, don't these guys look magnificent, all out playing together. Very timid, very powerful, but also have an element of gentleness about them. I guess what they're doing down here is going to come down, pick up the earth from the watering hole and cover it on like a clay bake to give themselves some extra warmth. Yeah, I'm literally now about 10 feet from a herd of rhino. Not the backside of water, but the backside of rhinos. It's probably not actually a safe place to be. If they decided to squirt out, I'm going to get covered, so I'll move to the side. They're quite content, quite happy to be here. This really is quite special right now, guys. Face to face. Speaking softly so not to disturb them, spook them. I believe this is a male-female stand-off type thing. He wants to get his leg over and they're not having it. So size comparisons, that was obviously probably the mother at the back. The little one laying down, that will be baby Nandy, which is about, must be 3 years old now. Well, we'll leave them be. I'm going to see some other animals. Hopefully the wind's not blowing too much and causing issues. But just wanted to show you guys these spectacular views. Usually I will show you from the other side of the ridge. This area here is all set out to have loads and loads of bat caves below us. Not that we're allowed access to them because they're a highly protected species, but that is some view. If you know Whipsnade at all, the lion that's dug out onto the side of the hill, that will be approximately, I guess, half a mile as it banks round to me right, just shy of where those rhinos were that we've just seen. And up here, if you remember the vlogs I've done with the Devil's Bridge, the cabin in the woods, the World War I trenches, all of that all belongs to the Ashridge estate, which is that area there. The woods, there's a golf course up there, etc. The might actually venture up there at some point, because if we do get a lovely deep frost or a layer of snow, it is stunning, simply stunning up there. Hoping to see some other animals awake and about, apart from the rhinos, elephants possibly, that might even be in their pit, but the rest of them, the likes of the bears, etc., they don't go into a full hibernation, but they will relax, take time out around this time of year till the spring. So this would be where one of your entrances is, but you can't go down there and have a look at them. It's like a series of cabins below where we are, and the earth built around the top of it, and the bats will fly in and roost around there at night. Well, not at night, during the days. In the dark, the twilight hours, they'll be out hunting for insects, and during the day they'll be convalescing. Looks like a football match taking place over there. You see in the distance the pitch. Imagining football or rugby, one of the two. This area here is where the lions actually used to live. They've now got a far bigger enclosure. I mean, I'm talking probably 60s, 70s. Since I've been coming up here regularly, they've always been in the pen area they are now. And there are 2 females and a male. You're not really seeing a lot of them at the moment. Lions do, we call them lie downs, because they tend to sleep 23 hours of the day. But at some time soon, I'd imagine, they will get together and there will be cubs running amok. The low or winter season around here, great time to visit if you don't mind the cold, because you have got plenty of space to be out here by yourself. It's not packed like it will be in the summer months. Parks close a little bit earlier. I think last entrance today is 3 o'clock and it closes at 4. The 2 girls, the 2 lionesses. Looks as if they've possibly had a bite to eat recently. There's some form of sack that's sitting next to them, and it could be like a hide, a lump of meat behind them. But they're watching me intently. Don't worry, I won't steal your food. You can see the coldness as they breathe. A big puff of air around them. It's actually strange not to see them asleep. As I said, we call them lie downs. I don't think they're particularly that old. They've reached maturity, sexual maturity, because otherwise they wouldn't have had the male in with them. Even the male's up. As you can see, he's very young as well, going by the size of his mane. Yeah, he's not too old at all. Beautiful all the same. I did. Giraffes there, keeping close to the warmth. Their enclosure, understandable really, because of their size and the blood flow. I dare say they probably get very, very cold. It's like ourselves, our extremities that get really much the coldest part. It's usually our face, our fingers and our toes, and when you look at the height of those guys over there, that's a lot of blood to go around the body. And they've already got a blue tongue as it is. There's baby Wilfred over there at the back. He can now get his head over the fence. He couldn't do that months ago. All these will be around probably 16 feet. Wilfred at the moment is probably somewhere in the region of about 10 to 12 as he makes his way forward towards us. There you go, sticks his little head up. They're obviously hoping that some of us have got a branch or two amongst us so they can grab a sneaky bite to eat. Tender little moment there. The African wild dogs out there roaming around, having a good look around their territory. This area you'll see here in front of us like a little den. There's a duplicate one the other side, so if they want to stay out of sight they pretty much can do, and there's like heat lamps in there to keep them warm. They have an enclosure to the left which is more out of public sight, because this time of year, as you can see during the summer, looking at the bank you can see the grass. That will be like that across the whole area, their savannah area. This time of year obviously the grass dies off with winter and they're more exposed, but they will love foraging around in the wood area over there. They'll have little treats laid out for them. Pretty well camouflaged, however. This always catches out any of the visitors who don't come here regularly. They think, oh, one of the animals has escaped, but no. The wallabies here at Whipsnade are free roaming, so you could be sitting having a picnic and they'll come right past you. Obviously they don't leave the area, they can if they want to, but they have a plethora of food here, so they're quite content. We have made a little friend. Hi there. This is like an Egyptian dwarf cow. As you can see, they've got this little fat hump on the back. Make sure that they can retain water because of the temperatures, etc. But you are a real cutie, aren't you? Have you in our back garden? We don't have to buy a lawnmower. The elephants this time of year will be in the pen round the side. I'll show you them briefly. I would have been over here more talking about them generally, but it will be absolutely heaving shoulder to shoulder. So I'm not going to ruin anyone else's enjoyment by blabbering about and talking over them. So yeah, this is just a matter of they'll lay sand down, try and get this to regrow, as you can see where the elephants just mark it up. They'll have nothing to get a firm grip in if they don't do this. And it's all for the safety reason of those. They haven't penned them up for any reason that the elephants have done anything wrong. It's just for their safety while they can get this done. and this will be till probably springtime now. They'll go out for a walk around the back. They've got secluded paddocks they can get away into. This would be their general living quarters in the evening and nighttime hours. I think there's about 7 or 8 of these, because they've got an extended barn. This is the newer version. We used to go to one which was right next door, a lot smaller than this, where they used to hang out. But this is where they get to play. And all these bits here, like the tyres, etc., they'll spread it with peanut butter and put little bits and pieces hidden here and there so they can go around and hunt for it and get themselves a tasty treat. You can see one of the staff over there bringing in some branches for them. But it's certainly warm in here. They're quite content and happy to be in there. As I said, as far as the eye can see over the back there, that's paddock upon paddock that they've got full use of.
Can you see them, Lou?
Probably sit down.
Yeah, I know.
I guess this just kind of shows you how far we've come in the last maybe decade alone, because this area here used to be the elephant arena, and they come out maybe 3 or 4 of the girls and the youngest elephant, which would only be an infant then. I think possibly Donna could be one of the last ones to do it, or Ewan. But you'd have some cabins along here, and it would be like participation, get someone out the audience, and the elephant would race them to put a disc or a loop over a pole, and some other sort of exhibits, all harmless, nothing that the elephants had any fear of. Bit of explaining going on about their habitat, what the elephants would do, their digestion, what they would eat, how they would play. But it's a bygone era now, and this is just sat here derelict, as I said, for the best part of a decade, which is good, because you go and see the elephants for who they truly are. They've got their own quite unique mannerisms, each and every one an individual, especially the younger ones as they're growing up. They can and generally do create havoc. But yeah, a decade ago I would have sat here and watched things participate here. Sad really. But maybe this is just us, we didn't know, naively I guess, and that becomes synonymous with animals from every realm, whether it be birds, aquatic life. We're learning all the time, and ZSL is certainly at the forefront of that. with their breeding programs to help release those endangered or virtually extinct back into the wild. This is like a bamboo area, ideal for your red pandas, their main source of nourishment. Here comes Tigger. The last of the 3 brothers that were born here. The other 2 have been moved on for breeding programs. And don't think it's cruel for him to be by himself. They live their life in solitude. He'll wait here for a mate and the breeding cycle will continue. But it's weird looking at him and thinking this area here, just to the right, that little area with the branches, I remember being 3 tiny little cubs just sort of sitting there with their mum in the background. Their dad, Botsman. I had the privilege of coming up here and filming. It was snowy that day, so I was the only one who could get up here. And ZSL used my photographs on the site. You can hear the clicking, the electric fence. I think I've said before, his prey actually cannot see him because the likes of antelope can't see orange. Certainly a big old boy now though. There's your sleeping red panda. Don't expect a heck of a lot of activity out of them this time of year. An afternoon nap. Does look as if we got one grabbing a bite to eat over the back there. Last time I was here with the otters there was 4 of them. Now there's been 3 new cubs. So they've got 3 dinky little ones over there playing around. And a family of 7 now. So cute.
Come on, gorgeous.
Chimp Island over there is actually what looks like been breaking the ice of the water's edge and taking it out to suck on it like an ice lolly. That's what it looks like from here. And now he wants his privacy. What a great spot you got up there. Getting the last bit of autumn into winter sun, and then going in for the night, I guess. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's vlog up here at ZSL Whipsnade Zoo. We will be back up here again just shy of Christmas. In fact, it's going to be Christmas Eve, so December the 23rd. We'll get up here, rain or shine. Going to see what's about, see what animals are going to come out and say hi to us. The only thing that's a real shame this time of year is specifically the bears, because they go into something that's called torpor, if I'm saying that right. It's like a, loosely, it's not quite a full hibernation, but they get very sleepy. And so I guess like ourselves, this morning we got up a bit later because it was nice, warm and cozy in bed, and it was cold outside, so I spent another hour in bed, like you do. It's no different for bears or any other animals. They will seek comfort, want to cuddle up, and with that they will probably not be making much of a show till perhaps the springtime now, unless there's snow. If there's snow, they're all intrigued, and it's got an eerie silence to it, and they like to go out and explore that. But we'll see, we'll have to wait and see what happens. With that guys, thank you so much for watching. With it being Thanksgiving just gone, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken the time just to even watch anything I've produced over the last year, last couple of years in fact. It's been a real honour to bring it to you guys. Plenty more coming up. I've got to do a lot more resourcing, researching, things to do, and I'll go and grab hold of Rachel. She's been sitting in the coffee shop because there's a Starbucks here on site now. And enjoy the rest of your weekend guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the movies. Bye for now.